April 20th, 2026. A robot just broke the human half-marathon world record. April 23rd, 2026. A robot just beat professional table tennis players. First in human history. Twice in the same week. Running, reflexes, coordination, endurance. Robots are catching up, and they are catching up fast. So, here is the real question that nobody wants to answer. Is there anything left that humans can still do better? Running used to be one of the most purely human things in existence. Your lungs burning, your legs screaming, pushing through the pain. Not anymore. Let me take you back to 2025. Beijing hosted its first ever humanoid robot half marathon. Out of 21 robots that entered, some stumbled at the start. Some car went completely out of control. Some just lay down at the starting line and gave up. Only 6 make it across the finish line. And the winner? It took 2 hours and 40 minutes. The human winner? Just over an hour. The robots lost by more than an hour and a half. It was honestly a bit of a disaster. Now, fast forward exactly 1 year. On April 20th, 2026, Lightning, built by Chinese smartphone maker Honor, ran the full 21 km half marathon in 15 minutes and 26 seconds. The current human world record, held by Ugandan elite runner Jacob Kipememu, is 57 minutes and 20 seconds. Lightning beat it by nearly 7 minutes. It did not just beat every human in the race. It beat every human who has ever lived. How did it do it? Lightning's legs are 19.5 cm long, engineered to replicate the exact stride of elite marathon runners. Its joints generate 400 Newton meters of peak torque. That is serious industrial power, driving it at a sustained 25 km per hour. And to stop its motors from literally melting during the race, Honor built in a liquid cooling system pumping over 4 liters of coolant per minute, borrowed directly from high-end computing technology. It navigated the entire course using lidar sensors and high-speed cameras. No human hand on the controls. Now, here is the thing that makes this even more mind-blowing. Lightning did crash into a barrier near the finish line. It fell. Handlers had to help it up, and it still won. Look at this comparison. 2025 champion, 2 hours, 40 minutes, over an hour behind the human winner. 2026 champion, 15 minutes, 26 seconds, 7 minutes ahead of the human winner. Same race, same distance, 1 year apart. A 68% improvement in 12 months. This is not gradual progress. That is an explosion. A scientist at the race put it perfectly. For thousands of years, humans have been at the top on planet Earth. But now, look at robots. Okay, maybe running is just about raw engineering. Legs, motors, cooling systems. But what about something that requires reading another human being? Checking a spinning ball moving at 20 meters per second? reacting to a thought you have never seen before in a fraction of a second? Surely, that is still human territory, right? Wrong. Built by Sony AI, and on April 23, 2026, their research was published on the cover of Nature, one of the most prestigious scientific journals in the world. The headline: the first robot to achieve expert-level competitive play in a real-world sport. This has been the holy grail of robotics for over 14 years. The first robot ping-pong prototypes appeared in 1983. Researchers have been chasing this milestone for 4 decades, and Sony just cracked it. Here is what makes ACE terrifying. 9 high-speed cameras track the ball's exact position in 3 dimensions. It reads the logo printed on the ball mid-flight to calculate the spin. Up to 415 radians per second of spin detection. Its reaction time, end-to-end, is 13.2 milliseconds. The average elite human player reacts in about 230 milliseconds. ACE is more than 10 times faster than a professional human player. And it was not trained by watching humans play. It was trained entirely in simulation, reinforcement learning, for over 3,000 hours, with 0 human demonstrations. It figured out table tennis by itself. Now, here is how the measures went, and this is where it gets really interesting. April 2025. ACE paid elite amateurs with over 10 years of experience. Won 3 out of 5 matches. December 2025. ACE paid professionals in the Japanese league. Won against both elite players. Beat 1 professional outright. March 2026. ACE played 3 new professionals. Won against all 3, including Miyuki Hara, currently ranked in the top 25 women's singles players in the world. A robot just beat a top 25 world-ranked table tennis player. And Sony actually deliberately limited ACE's speed and reach to make it comparable to a human player who trains 20 hours a week. They were being fair to us, and they still won. Former Olympian Kinjiro Nakamura watched one of ACE's shots and said, "No one else would have been able to do that. I didn't think it was possible." Now, step back for a second, because I want to show you something. This is not 2 random news stories happening in the same week. This is a pattern, and once you see it, you cannot unsee it. 1997, Deep Blue beats World Chess Champion Garry Kasparov. The world is shocked. 2016, AlphaGo defeats the World Go Champion. Experts said it was 10 years away. It wasn't. 2023, AI outperforms top lawyers, doctors, and coders on professional benchmark tests. 2025, a robot beats elite table tennis amateurs. 2026, a robot runs faster than any human in history. A robot beats top 25 professional table tennis players. Every time we said, robots cannot do that. They did that every single time. And the gap between impossible and done is getting shorter and shorter. The robot half marathon time dropped 16.8% in just 1 year. 1 year. So, if robots can outrun us, outreact us, outplay us, what is left? Is there anything we are still generally better at? The honest answer is yes, but the list is shrinking. MIT Sloan School of Management published research identifying 5 areas where humans still hold a real edge over machines. They call it the EPOCH framework. Let me bring down fast. E. Empathy and emotional intelligence. AI can detect emotions, but it cannot generally feel them. It cannot sit with someone in grief. It cannot share unlived human experience. Real nurses, real teachers, real counselors, the connection they build is something robots cannot replicate. P. Presence, networking, and connectedness. Trust is built in person, in a handshake, in eye contact, in showing up. Robots can be physically present, but they cannot build authentic human relationships. O. Opinion, judgment, and ethics. Who is responsible when the robot makes a mistake? Humans can be held accountable. Humans can navigate moral complexity. The messy gray area decisions where there is no clean algorithm. Robots cannot. C. Creativity and imagination. Not just producing content, but genuine originality, humor, improvisation. The ability to imagine something that has never existed before. Robots remix. Humans invent. H. Hope, vision, and leadership. The ability to inspire people, to live through uncertainty, to say, we don't know what is ahead, but I believe we can get there. That is uniquely human. And here is one more thing worth remembering. Nailing crashed into a barrier and needed human handlers to pick it up. Ace plays table tennis brilliantly on a preset court with known conditions against known opponents. Drop either of them into a truly unpredictable human environment, a busy street, a crisis situation, a brand new challenge, and they fall apart. As one robotics expert put it, when you see a performance of an AI system on one specific thing, it fools us into thinking it has the same general competence as a human. It doesn't. Specialized performance is not the same as general intelligence. Not yet. But here is the uncomfortable truth. A year ago, breaking the human half-marathon record was impossible for a robot. A year ago, beating a professional table tennis player was impossible for a robot. Both are now done. So, the question I want you to answer down in the comments is this. What is the one human skill you believe robots will never be able to beat us at? And here is the second question, especially if you are young and thinking about your career. What kinds of jobs do you think will still belong to humans in 10, 20, 30 years? Because that is not just an interesting debate. For a lot of people, that is a life decision. Drop your answer below. I read every single comment. If this video made you think, hit like. It generally helps the channel reach more people. And subscribe if you want to stay ahead of what is coming. We will have other stories that will shock you just as much as this one. Thank you for watching.